I don't know. Stacy's not picking up her phone. Giving me the silent treatment again.
Why do they always have to do that crap? Never solves anything.
I know, right? How are we supposed to fix our issues if we stay silent?
You know, months ago Joseph got mad at me for not calling him Elliot. He stayed quiet for 2 weeks before telling me anything.
Elliot? What's that about?
Who cares? He's a 6-year-old. His problems are the least on my list. Anyway, what are you guys fighting about?
Who knows anymore? What's the point anyway? It's not like we're talking it out. You know, sometimes she just yaps, and it just tunes out.
Let's get to work. Ready?
Sure, Cole.
Today is March 13th, 2025. Currently 1:22 in the afternoon. This is Detective Holden Drew along with Detective William Nguyen, working on the case 25198, Amadeus Wang. On March 2nd at 7:02 in the morning, Wang's wife, Esme Wang, called 911 about her husband's disappearance. She informed us that she woke up and couldn't find him in the apartment.
She's quite pretty.
She is, right?
I'm surprised she hasn't run off.
He doesn't look so bad himself.
Well,
Anyway, he didn't take his phone with him. His belongings were still at home as well as his car. He didn't take any new clothes. Most importantly, the door still had the key in the lock.
oh shit.
What?
I spilled ketchup all over my pants.
That better not be on my shoes. I polished them yesterday.
No, I think you're good.
Anyway, every window was closed, and the only other way out is via the balcony. The problem is, they live on the 7th floor. The probability of him injuring himself on the way down is high, and he wouldn't have gone far.
Or at all.
Also, the handle was locked, which can't be done from the balcony. While asleep, Mrs. Wang did notice a light coming from the hallway. She assumed it was his nocturia.
And a history of mental illness?
Yeah. Diagnosed with persistent depressive disorder. 2 years, it says.
Of course it is.
Guess the pills weren't working.
There's no way the wife had something to do with his disappearance, right?
No, but she did mention they haven't been on good terms for the last couple of months.
What was the issue? Do we know?
Apparently, he was going through some rough patch and she wasn't there for him, blah blah, that kind of bull.
Do we have any updates on the other cases? Maybe something could help us.
I looked into them and there hasn't been any progress. There isn't much going off of them anyway.
How the hell do 26 people go missing without a trace? In this day and age?
Dunno, but whatever that magic trick is, it'd be useful to get away from an argument.
Joseph again?
He got into a fight the other day.
For real?
He has no issues throwing punches, but when it comes to talking about it... Hannah was always better with him than I was.
Kids, man. Can't understand what's in their heads.
I guess we could say the same about these guys. What was going on in Wang's head?
Wait,
What?
do you see that?
What do you mean?
That?
I don't know what you...
Can we increase the exposure on this photo?
Hold on, let me try something.
You see that?
Yeah. Weird.
That's not one of ours, right?
No, maybe it's just pareidolia.
Maybe. Still though.
Well, we got someone on the phone. Someone named Anna.
Oh. Shit.
What?
I forgot that Stacy's mother was coming today. She told me that like 2 weeks ago. Give me a sec.
Everything alright?
I think so. I don't know. Stacy's not home. What do you mean? She's probably on whatever walks. She does this all the time. Anyway, back to it.
26 people. What are we going to do about this?
I don't know. It does remind me of something else.
What is it?
Back in the 30s and 40s, there were cases about people going missing. It was called sinkholes. It was right after the wars. Over 70 people gone without a trace.
PTSD, right?
It was even before PTSD was discovered. Back then they just called it shell shock.
None of them were found.
None. But it was always alluded it had something to do with their mental disorders. I think if we look at our 26 and their history of mental illnesses, most of them untreated.
What are you suggesting?
I don't know. But neglect someone enough, they'll disappear. Until they're nothing but scorch marks.
Do you think we're like that? Neglecting?
I got no idea. I just know that I'm doing better than my folks. Isn't that what it's all about? Do a little better?
A little better won't do it for Mrs. Wang here. Or Mr. Smith, or Miss Stenek, or the others.
Tune them out. Like they did to them.